The first test of our motorhome happened in the last episode. We survived a few days at Camper Jam, so this episode we start our full-time travel adventure with a few weeks in France, in a heatwave, in August, in Peggy, but first stop, the Great British Beer Festival.
Early 2022 we sold our business, went full-time travelling.
Come and follow us, see what we get up to. Bye, Mummy!
So here we are, finally, 36 hours later than we expected, finally leaving to head to France. Oh, mind the lorry.
Don't get in the way a bit.
So our first destination, we're actually heading to London tonight. We're going to go to the Great British Beer Festival tomorrow. Really, it's paying homage to the first big road trip we took 10 years ago together, where our first night was in Munich. So there we go, after a quick jolly down the M3, M25, we're at our campsite. It's a beautiful day, it's been lovely all day. We've set up here, Walton-on-Thames, camping and caravan site. We're going to be here for 3 days. It's the Great British Beer Festival tomorrow. As you can see, the site is empty, big open space. We've got a non-electric pitch, and it's cost us a whole £59.50 for being club members for 3 nights. So quite looking forward to it. The solar panels seem to be working, we're getting a load of power in. We've used the inverter, we've made a cup of tea, and it's charging really quick. So beer festival tomorrow, then a day off on Wednesday, then we booked the ferry for Thursday. We're going to be on the ferry about 12:30, and then the French adventure begins.
Hi, we've been travelling in this a little bit now, but as we have officially started our proper trip, we're sticking our first country on. So I'll show you the map. We are going to see how many of those we can do in Peggy the Pegster. So I'm going to start with the first one, and I've just realised how short I am. Hold that a second. Take moments. You can tell we're professionals in the making. Right. Oh, this is a delicate process, lining this up. Take 2. I've worked out how to peel a sticker off of a piece of paper now.
As you can tell, this isn't a quick process. Good job we've got 6 weeks travelling.
Hang on, I'm nearly ripping the top of Wales off. There we go, I didn't rip the top of Wales off. That would have been slightly insulting for a certain number of people. So, although you guys haven't seen it, there's Wales. It's not the tidiest version.
Anglesey seems a little bit
Oops.
skew with.
Sorry, Anglesey.
So guys, we've been here for a few hours. I've got to say, we are really both quite disappointed. The beer list to me looked fantastic this year. Actually, it's been pretty bloody awful. We've had a couple of really decent beers. Most of them have been a bit meh. What I really want to do next is 5 o'clock. It's time to go home. Here we are at the docks. I bet we have to wait 2 hours for the customs. I don't know if the French are playing up today. We'll see shortly. So to be honest, that was pretty cool. We drove up, there were 3 cars in front of us. We were straight through passport control. Now we're going to go and check in. We're about 2 hours early for our ferry, so hopefully they might let us on the early one, which would be fantastic. Otherwise we'll sit around here, see the sea.
Where do I want to go, this side or that side?
So it's just after 12:30, the ferry should be going at 12:35. We're running a bit late, but it doesn't matter because Chuckle Bunny here is excited as hell. She just wants to go. It's a beautiful hot sunny day, bright blue skies. We're going to have a load of fun.
Yay! years. Minor inconvenience of a horrible word we're going to see in the way, but we're here. Look at us. Yay! Now we've got to work out where we're going, because we have absolutely no plan whatsoever, so see where we end up.
Hi, so we had the first night in a place called Gravelines.
Gravelines, not Gravelines, Gravelines for the umpteenth time.
Which is about 20 minutes, half hour from Calais, kind of heading up the coast towards Belgium. We looked at the map and saw this funny triangular shape, and I'll put a picture up in a minute for you. You can see where we are, but we're just having a walk around this morning. There was a big market in town, but I was working, ordering the beers, so got there just as the market shut. There's about 2 stalls selling a few clothes, but we've missed the cheese and the rest of it. But we're just having a walk around the town. And if you see behind me, you can see on the map as well, is walls, a big walled castle, funny odd shape, sort of star shaped, but with canals all over the place. We just walked over, there's a weir here, so I'm presuming years ago it would have come up the estuary and brought ships to here.
It's gonna work. Oh my god. Hi. You're filming me, aren't you? I'm sure I'm doing this the wrong way round. I think it's supposed to climb up this bit.
It's like a slide, but without the slide bit, isn't it?
It is. I'm sure you're supposed to go this way.
Someone explained to me why I married her.
Now I don't know what to do.
That's the exercise for the day done.
I'm stuck. I don't know which limb to move.
Oh well, right, see you later, love. This is a really cool place. There's big islands everywhere. This one's a bird sanctuary. I guess years ago this would have been a nightmare to attack, with lakes and rivers and canals all over. Oh my god, we've just come around the corner and I thought we were coming up to the main wall. Well, we have. I didn't realise it was across about 40 feet of water. So that's the main village, and this is still the battlements around it. Like I said, there are walls everywhere. Not actually sure when we'll be walking over this, but it is a shortcut, so he's walking around here again. To be honest, it's only our first properly full day here. I like this place. I do love a town square in these French little places. There's a big clock tower behind me. I think there it is. Yeah. I'm guessing this is the village hall, this town hall behind us. There's a few little restaurants, a couple of little supermarkets. The market was here earlier, but we missed it. Like we said, we were a bit late working this morning. Flowers everywhere. It's incredibly clean. I always thought northern France, especially the bits around by the ports, because we are in between Calais and Dunkirk, were a bit rural, a bit industrial. Obviously it's not, so I was wrong. And you can pedalo the whole way round. To be honest, it's too hot for us walking, let alone pedaloing. I think our legs will be knackered. So we'll leave that to the younger people. We're going to go back for a nice cold drink and then move on for tonight via the supermarket. So we've come miles up the coast, probably about 3 from where we were last night, to a place called Fort Grand Philippe, or Grand Fort Philippe.
By 3 miles he means literally this estuary. We were the other end of that this morning, well, about 20 minutes ago. So we don't want to travel far, not in one go. We don't want to rush it. You know, there's quite a few between here and Bruges. 6 weeks to do it.
They've obviously built both sides of here as flood defences. It goes out probably half a mile, so we're going to walk up the other end and have a look. You can see the ships down in the ocean.
Very much looking forward to finding a beach that we can swim on, because there's a lot of beach and no like sea here.
Look at this thing here. It's an old pillbox of some sort, tilted at about 45 degrees. It's on a huge concrete slab. I've just been around the back of it, and it looks like the front's washed away and it's just tilted forward. Good job really it didn't fall over. It is enormous. It's probably 3 or 4 stories tall, at least twice the size of a house. Doesn't look it from here, but my god, it is. Yeah, and I've stood at the back of it. There's a big gap, so I'm guessing the whole lot's just leant forward.
We're on this crazy long spit of land. I think it's about 5 to 6 miles long, maybe more. And we are planning to stay at the end of it tonight. One side is the sea, and as you can see, the other side, it's full of boats. They're great big things, all unloading, and it's wide enough for them to turn here. So everything, coal, metal, all sorts here. Just outside Dunkirk on this huge spit of land. Behind us is the industrial area, massive ships, and we're going to go for a paddle. I think it's going to be freezing cold there. We've not seen a single person in the sea yet. Apparently some mornings you get to see seals, but a lot of fishermen here. I think the tide comes in quite a long way. I think it comes to about 5 or 10 feet from where Claire is now.
Join us on the next episode as we head south and explore Normandy.